Her speed was huge in the game.
Once she was gone, too, there was no catching her.
She was so fast. For Amanda, she's her freshman year she came in. I think she scored 11 goals her first year. Then she went up to 22 her sophomore year, 31. She probably knows, knowing her. So 31, I think, her junior, and then 34 her senior year. So to just have that, that progression of getting better and better. I've never had a player that I've ever coached that has improved more from their freshman year to their senior year, and I think it's a testament to her. She was just this skinny beanpole young player coming in, and she progressed, and she came in with all this speed, and that was like her MO. That's people think that's all she had, but I tell you, she worked on everything she had, honed her craft, and made herself just an unbelievable forward for us, and obviously in all of Division III to being one of the leading scorers in the country.
That her speed, if you put a through ball into her, just behind the defenders, oh, she's gone.
I think what made her a great player with that speed is that she wouldn't just come up to the front. She was somebody that could go all the way back, get that ball, and make a play happen up the field.
Amanda was so gifted athletically with the speed, but then she worked and made herself a complete player, and just so dangerous for us when she had all those different elements. You look out on the field after a practice and everybody's grabbed their bags and they're all headed back to the dorms or going to dinner. She was somebody that you'd actually would stay after, ask the keeper to stay extra if she wanted to get some shots, and work on the things herself, because you can't do that with every player in a practice. So she's someone that I think she took pride in that she was somebody that would come early, stay late, and work on, again, just some of the the things that maybe she didn't have coming in, but man, she put the work in to do it. As she progressed, she became, we moved her up to forward, and then like I said, that's when she really knew how to kind of, because as a player, when you play midfield and then you move up to forward, I think she had an understanding of how other players were going to play her on things as well. So I think that was key for her, that she was able to kind of play in different positions, especially kind of had to work her way. And if we had just thrown her in at forward right away, I don't think she would have been as strong of a player.
Amanda had this incredible ease about her. She was one of the fiercest competitors that I've been able to play with, but she never showed that sense of urgency. She never showed, that she was scared of anything. She took it head on, and when I say there's an ease, like you couldn't tell that anything bothered her. It never took away from her ability. And my favorite thing about Amanda was knowing that if I could get down the field, she was always right there next to me. She was always working as hard as she could to get down the field so she can make plays happen, so that if you needed somebody, she was always the player there for you. She set up great plays. She was never afraid to, give away the ball, because she knew she'd get it back because she was right there. She was always someone who would score. She was always someone who'd have that rebound. She was always somebody that would have your back.
We didn't think she was good enough to play in college, which is amazing to me to think about the level of player that she ended up being. She was actually cut from her high school team at Neenah her senior year, because they get, 60, 80 kids out a year. So she took pride in it. She cut out all the clippings for her for the 2 players of the year that she had in the conference, leading the nation in goals, 34 goals her senior year. She took pride in cutting all that stuff out. She claimed that she sent it to her old high school coach, and I would go see Neenah play, and even that next season, and I was like, how on earth could you not have figured out where to put this kid on the field with this speed? But man, I'll tell you what, it was our gain and his loss. So that was kind of interesting to see that here's a kid. You think of like Michael Jordan getting cut and from his high school team. Here's this kid that got cut from her senior year and comes back and is one of the leading goal scorers in all of Division III women's soccer with 97 career goals. To me, that's just amazing. To her, the work rate she had and the pride that she took. And I think that's why she had kind of that chip on her shoulder to put in all that extra work, because she wanted to prove everybody wrong and how good she really was, and she did it.